up, everybody? You guys ready to make some pumpkin bread? Huh? I thought we could, like, wait a little bit before I, like, jump into it. But, if you guys didn't see on my stories, we're making my mom's famous pumpkin bread. A few things to note before we get started. It is not healthy. It's straight up. It's not healthy. I'm not here to make healthy pumpkin bread. I do have healthy, like, recipes we can do. But I just feel like we might as well just make some comfort food. The baby, hey, KJ. KJ Brent.
Huh?
KJ.
Is there?
Yeah. He said, where's the baby? The baby is sleeping. But anyways, yes. Favorite Mark Ballas. Favorite Led Zeppelin song? Led Zeppelin, okay?
Who asked that? I freaking
Mark
love
Ballas.
that. Thank you, Mark.
Anyways, I don't know any Led Zeppelin songs. I think it's a cool freaking t-shirt, okay? Anyways, we're making pumpkin bread. It's not healthy. It is for the soul. I know everything about nutrition. No, I don't. I don't know everything about nutrition. I know a lot about nutrition. I know it's not healthy, but everything in moderation, right? I have posted the recipe card on my highlights if you guys want to see it. It's just my recipe card. I also put the recipe and the ingredients in my stories. Wow.
It's also on your website.
It's also on my website. So, yes.
By the way, we're on
we're live on
We're on
everywhere,
Facebook and
Cassandra.
YouTube too. If you guys see East Family chats going through, that's me working behind the scenes there. Working some magic.
Okay, anyways, start with big bowl. We're going to do, Andrew, are you going to watch questions and comments? Okay.
Yeah.
Start with 5 eggs. 5 eggs in a big bowl. It's actually a really easy recipe, guys.
Everybody wants Drew to help.
Drew's sleeping. I would love for her to, but that's why I said 2:30 is so baby girl could sleep and I could just make the recipe.
Jasmine Spalding wants to know what your favorite Tupperware brand is.
Favorite Tupperware brand? Isn't Tupperware a brand?
Yeah, I think it is.
You guys did ask about an electric mixer. You can, for sure. I use a fork. Especially with this one, it works fine. I would say for like some of the cake recipes and stuff, mixers are definitely better. But for this one, you can
Alexa
just do a fork.
Dan says that they order ButcherBox using our code.
Oh,
Thank you.
ButcherBox is, especially right now, guys, ButcherBox is clutch because you just put all the meat in your food, or all the meat in your freezer. And then, okay, so beat that, whisk it, whatever. And then you're going to add oil. Do not judge, okay? It's a lot of oil. You guys were asking, I use vegetable oil for this recipe. You can use any type of oil. You can use coconut oil. You can use butter. You could use applesauce, olive oil, canola oil. But I think vegetable oil makes it the best.
Shawn, Brie Nieto is a nurse in Colorado, and she's glad to be de-stressing.
Thank you.
Brie.
Thank you for everything you're doing. Seriously, it's because of you guys that,
Brie.
my gosh, all the healthcare professionals. Brie?
Brie.
Brie. Thank you, Brie. My gosh, I can't even imagine. Sorry, setting this up. Okay, so I just put in the oil into the eggs. 1 can of pumpkin. The whole can.
Melanie says she tried Thrive Market because of us.
Really?
Georgie Brennan asks, how long does prep take?
Prep for this took me, 5 minutes?
Yeah, so all you did was really separate the sugar. What is this, baking soda?
That pudding mix. Here,
Pudding mix?
I'll show you.
Can I eat that?
So, look. How can I flip the camera? Can I flip the camera? Yeah.
Ooh, the pudding mix is delicious.
So this is all I did to prep. It's just like, I just measured into bowls, but you really don't need to do that. You can just do it straight out of the packaging. But we have pudding mix, sugar, a lot of sugar, flour, cinnamon. I'll get to that. Salt, baking soda, and then your pumpkin.
Crystal Esom wants to know if you can drop a piece off at her house.
Sure. So mix in the pumpkin and oil. Just till it's combined. I mean, nothing crazy.
People are just joining in and want to know what we're making.
We are making my mom's famous pumpkin bread. It's freaking delicious. If you don't intend to eat all of it, do not make it. Because it's one of those where like you take a bite and you're like, crap. And the whole thing's gone.
Mackenzie Baldwin wants to know what's your dream state to go to?
Dream state? I... Really not a cute picture. Okay, next up, so you beat the eggs, you add the oil and the pumpkin, and then in a separate bowl, combine all the dry ingredients. So this is 2 cups flour, 2 cups of sugar.
Wow, that's a lot of action right there.
This is not a healthy recipe. It is for the soul. That is the only purpose of it.
Shawn, you have to answer, what's your dream state?
Oh, my dream state? California.
California, she says.
I like California. So I'm just going to combine this.
Corey Wilson wants to know, what is the favorite meal that Andrew has made for you? That I've made for you? Probably a home chef? Those shrimp tacos?
You grill. And the shrimp tacos, yeah.
The home chef shrimp tacos?
You grill and make all. Like, he's sous vide. You double seared.
Oh, the old double sear method. All right.
Double seared and sous vide a steak for me the other night.
Since we're talking about cooking, so I'm an amateur. I'm learned a lot in the past couple months. If you guys haven't heard of a sous vide, so
it's awesome.
It's this
Are
whole
you
thing.
hijacking my?
Yeah. Welcome to the Andrew Cooking Show. If you guys haven't heard of a sous vide, you put this in a pot of water, and it warms your meat, and it cooks it to the perfect temperature. So I've been doing that, but you got to sear it at the end. It's great.
More dry ingredients, baking soda, and then this is salt. I didn't have just like regular salt, so it was pink Himalayan sea salt that I just like ground up and put in there. But it's, what is it? It's 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt.
Lindsay Flynn wants to know, what's your favorite pleasure food? Guilty pleasure food.
Waffles or pancakes, or this actually, monkey bread.
We have a tradition in our household on Sundays. You want to tell them about it?
Waffle Sunday. Next up is cinnamon. So it's 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. What?
Waffle Sunday.
Waffle Sunday. Yeah. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I put a tiny bit of nutmeg in it. Have you ever done that? You don't like that? My mom's behind.
Mama Jen, you can join if you want.
It's like no. So cinnamon and a tiny bit of nutmeg. I love nutmeg though. And then the one ingredient that seems to stump everyone when I post this recipe is pudding mix. So it's literally just Jell-O pudding mix. You do not make the pudding. You just put the mix into the dry mixture. 2 packets of it.
GQW247 wants to know if we'll ever get another puppy.
Not right now.
Okay.
He's back here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Mix all of this together. Just dry ingredients. And again, I just use a fork.
Are you going to go live with anybody?
Oh, is anybody else making this? How many people does the recipe feed? 5 loaves, but...
Dad bakes 5 loaves?
So 5 people.
Jeez.
I don't know. It could make a lot. Is anybody else making this? Let's go live together. Or who do you... Yeah? Who wants to go live? Try a...
Darcy Kimber wants to know, are you surprised that they postponed the Olympics this far out?
It's crazy. So crazy. I can't even comprehend it. I'm taking out chunks of sugar. It's old sugar.
You want to go live with me as I answer questions?
Sure. No, because the
audio.
feedback is going to be terrible.
That's true.
A lot of chunks of sugar. Okay, so pretty much all combined.
Karen wants to know if you've ever tried this recipe with anything other than pumpkin.
We have not. We do have like a banana. I have a banana bread recipe. I guess you could try to substitute in like sweet potato or pumpkin or bananas. My mom even said maybe applesauce. If you aren't already substituting the oil for applesauce or applesauce for the oil, you can try that. So now that you have the dry mixed and the wet mixed, you just slowly incorporate the dry into the wet. Yes.
Seasgan Ayugan wants to know if you weren't going to be an Olympian, what would you have studied in school?
I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon, and I wanted to go to Stanford. That was my plan.
Do you know how much almond flour? Brittany Pat wants to know, do you know how much almond flour I would use instead of regular flour since their child has celiac? I
do not, but I'm sure Google can give you a very quick answer to that. I think it should be equivalent.
Kiana wants to know what kind of pudding mix you're using.
Vanilla. You can. This one is actually French vanilla, but you can use vanilla, French vanilla. Get crazy with it.
Constance Radford wants to know if you'll do the banana bread live.
Sure. Banana bread. We could do the monkey bread too. I don't want that in our house though.
Allison Rietzma wants to know why you chose to name Drew Drew.
So we chose the name Drew Hazel because we had a bunch of names for boys and we only had that name for a girl. It was one of the first ones we thought of. A tradition in Andrew's family is to like name your firstborn son after the father. But we didn't really want to do that, but we thought it would be really cute to name our first girl after her daddy. And instead of naming her like Andrew, I thought Drew was a really cute name.
Mackenzie wants to know if you're using instant pudding or cooked pudding mix.
Instant pudding mix. Also, Hazel is my grandma. But I love the name Drew because you think of like, it's just a strong name for a girl. I like that it could go both ways. I just like it.
Scarlett wants to know if we were going to have a boy, what would his name be?
Can't tell you that. I hope we're going to have a boy and use it. Sometime. What else?
Mackenzie wants to know if we can expect another Couple Things podcast soon.
This week.
Wednesday morning,
Yeah,
baby.
Wednesday morning. Every Wednesday we post a Couple Things episode. I think we've missed one.
Tell the people about Couple Things if they haven't heard about it.
Oh, if you haven't heard about Couple Things, it's our podcast. It's a podcast all about couples and the things they go through. But it's fun and funny. We just talk about like dating and funny stories and different dynamics between couples. We've interviewed Caitlin Bristow and Jason Tardick, Carly Waddell, and her husband, Evan Bass. I was trying to remember his last name. Chuck Wicks, Cassie Rosa, Mallory Irvin, Kyle Demiola.
Can you tell people to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe?
Has Sue's dropped yet?
What?
Sue's?
No, not yet.
Can I tell them about it?
Yeah.
So we did one Couple Things episode at MIT. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite person in the whole world. We got to interview. Sorry, it was more so me. Sue Bird, just beast athlete, 5-time Olympic gold medalist, like NCAA champion, world champion, WNBA. And then her girlfriend is Megan Rapinoe. Talk about freaking power couple. But we got to interview Sue. Megan wasn't there. She couldn't make it. But it was an awesome, awesome interview. Make sure you listen to that one. That should come out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Once everything is combined... Oh gosh, it smells really good. Okay. Once everything is combined, these are the loaves we use, the small ones. I've had, the first time I posted this recipe, a lot of you guys didn't have these, so you used either 1 large or 2 medium-sized loaf pans, and they worked. The only thing about that is I don't have the cooking times, minutes at 325. To cook in the medium pan or the large pan, I don't know, so you just have to continue cooking it and check with a toothpick. But my mom was telling me a hack. To get this into here, since it's so thick, use like a measuring cup. Makes it easier. What is she making? Oh, if you're just now joining, I just made homemade pumpkin bread. My mom's. It's the best. Ugh. So you just fill these. Distribute evenly. Do you put one of these in each one or just one? Yeah. Am I left-handed or right? I'm right-handed. Do I have a favorite Disney movie? We just watched Onward. It's a brand new one. It was cute.
I cried a little bit, not gonna lie.
He did. Do you need to grease these? Yes. You need to grease these. I did not.
Miranda says she's making this literally in a couple of hours.
Oil in it you should be fine, Shawn.
Might as well. Watch out, Bubba.
Kelsey says her arms are sore after watching you stir.
Yeah. Grease these. Oops. What else?
Lori wants you to open a restaurant.
You want me to open it? I don't think I'm nearly qualified.
Christy Lee wants to know parenting book recommendations.
You know what? I tried reading 2 or 3 different ones, and it just made me so paranoid and so overly obsessive about things that I could potentially be doing right or wrong. And since everyone has a different opinion as to like how to parent, I kind of just went. I just didn't really read many. But
Shouldn't do. It's alright.
it's so good though.
Someone wants to know why you spray the pans.
Why?
Yeah. That's freaking good.
Because you need to grease the pans so they don't stick. But I forgot to do it in 3 of the 5. Oh well.
Wait, I gotta post this recipe, dang it. In the description. What am I doing?
I posted it on IG.
Where?
On the stories and in the highlights. Is Shawn a family name? No, it's not. It is no. Could you imagine if we had a boy and we named him Shawn? Most confused family dynamic ever.
Wait, how can I find this recipe?
It's on my IG story.
You posted all the things?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you fill these.
Yum!
Careful. Our neighbor has asked us to bring a loaf over.
Title 7 wants to know what your favorite food to cook is.
Favorite food to cook? Poop soup. Hey Google, set timer for 50 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay, do I ever add nuts to the bread? Yes. I've added nuts before and I've also added chocolate chips. They're both great. I will do this again in a few days. Maybe we can make monkey bread.
Tell people to mash the thumbs up and subscribe if they haven't.
Oh, guys, if you haven't, please go to our YouTube and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. If you are making this with us, will you please tag me in pictures? Can you substitute something else for vanilla pudding mix? I don't know. I haven't really researched that one. I know you can make your own pudding mix, or I would just, again, Google. How do you recommend hubby and I getting back to eating healthy? We just had our first baby girl, September, and since they've been struggling with her diets because it's so... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just normal. That's so normal. What I would do, and what I always do with training, when I came to, like, trying to get into a healthier lifestyle, is make one simple goal. Like, if chocolate, if you're eating too much candy or Skittles, say your weakness is Skittles. Say, okay, I'm going to cut Skittles out. Do that for a couple weeks, and when it gets easy, which it will, it usually gets easy after 3 weeks, then add something else to it. Be like, I want to cut out Skittles now and keep that out of my diet, but then also go on a 20-minute walk a day. Something like that. Just little tiny things that make it easier. Because then by the time you get like a couple months in, you've reached all these goals and it's just all of a sudden you're living healthier. What else? Are we ordering food in? Do we think that's safe? I don't know. I've read a ton about it. People are back and forth. Everything is wearing gloves and it's been very like, I don't know, cautious. Can you do chocolate instead of vanilla pudding? You probably could, but I feel like it might taste funky with pumpkin because it's not going to be like a pumpkin chocolate chip. It's just going to have a weird random hint of chocolate. What else? What color are my nails? I think it's the Lispin something from something.
Say, Ron Peterson says hi from Des Moines.
Hello. What's your favorite thing about being a mom? Oh, just the love I feel for her.
Okay, you can tell people that the link to the recipe is now in the YouTube.
The link, if you guys are watching on YouTube, the link to the recipe is in the description.
And currently,
the temperature of the oven should be 325. Can we go live later with Drew? Sure.
And it is pinned in the Facebook comments.
It's also pinned in the Facebook comments. How has our quarantine experience been? I mean, you know, I think like everyone's has been. It's funny because, yeah, I don't know. It's just been the same. It's weird. We try not to watch the news and we try to just be positive. And we did yoga this morning, which was amazing. It was a great way to start the day. Are we going stir crazy yet? We're trying not to. We're trying to keep ourselves super busy with Drew and with working out and going on walks and cooking and stuff like that. Also a couple of different things that we've been talking about doing. I think we're going to start doing live stream games with you guys, like interactive.
Tell them to tune in after this.
Yeah, tune in on YouTube. We're going to do a that you know.
Hey, if you guys do want to see more cooking videos, hit the thumbs up, like this video.